time traveling is just too dangerous. Better that I devote myself to study the other great mystery of the universe. Women.
I do not know that one.
Oh, this is on the tip of my brain.
Women. Which?
Sounds like Barney Stinson.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like Barney Stinson. But...
We're keeping on theme with what we're doing.
With the 80s.
With the 80s.
Oh, then I'm not going to get it.
Oh.
We've talked about this movie. I think it was last week.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
It's a sequel. It's number 2.
Batman. Oh, not Batman. Not Batman.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future 2.
Who says that, Marty?
Doc Brown.
I don't think I remember that at all.
Uh-huh.
I think it's when he's contemplating getting rid of the DeLorean because it just creates problems.
That's right. But when they're before they realize they're in Biff world, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Wow, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
All right, well, welcome to the Utterly Useless Podcast, the only podcast in the 80s, even in the afternoon.
Oh.
Wow. Look at that.
To my left is a man that would take a sports almanac from the future, give it to his younger self in the past, where he will have placed bets and isn't afraid of a little Biff world timeline so long as his image is on the side of the building and his bank account is at least 10 digits long. It's the 1985 Marty in 2015, then an alternate 1985 Taylor.
Sweet. That checks. I would totally be the person to give the almanac to myself.
And then across from me is a man that will sneak into your room in the middle of the night wearing a radiation suit, place noise-canceling headphones on you while you're sleeping that are connected to a vintage cassette player and blast music to establish his dominance and power. It's 1985 Marty portraying Darth Vader in 1955 over his sleeping teenage dad in bed. It's Brett.
I will melt your brain.
And to my right is a visionary man, a futurist. He enjoys making mini dehydrated Pizza Hut pizzas into a culinary feast, watching multiple channels on a pull-down flimsy TV screen, and has many fax machines around his home. It's the future day 2015 Marty McFly, Jeremy.
It's me.
Jessica.
And lastly, I'm the McFly out of time, stuck in 1985, but then sent to 1885, be chased by Indians and the cavalry, concoct this crazy idea of having a 1985 flat tire DeLorean time machine pushed by a train to get sent back to the future of 1985. It's the 1985 Marty McFly from 1955, now in 1885, then back in 1985, Timmy.
All
My
right.
brain hurts.
Okay, I just want to say that if you guys will allow me to give the almanac to myself, I will set you all up.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yes.
I'm not going to stop you.
We're okay with Death World then.
It will no longer be called Biff World.
It'll be Taylor World.
No, it'll be
Taylorsville.
Maybe I'll just take over Dave and Buster's, and it'll just be another Dave and Buster's.
I still have not gone to Dave and Buster's.
Neither have I.
Neither have I.
I'd like to.
I think the last time I went to it was around the year 2000 because they had one down at the Gateway.
Oh, they still do, I believe.
Oh, yeah. My comic shop moved down to the Gateway, and rest in peace that comic shop because that's too far.
That's too far. Yep. Completely an inconvenience.
Exactly.
All right, merit badges. What do we got?
All right, with merit badges, I will go first. I didn't get a merit badge this week. I am now first class.
Ooh.
Yes.
You went up and where's that called? It's like a badge?
Yeah,
No,
it's a
not a badge.
first class badge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or
Ranking.
First
Yeah.
class ranking.
Okay.
I have mentioned many times on this podcast that I have this curse for the red lights.
Ooh.
It has continued and evolved to where now any pathway that I take, they are watching.
They're watching.
And
They're stopping you.
yes, and so I've just accepted this, and I've gone the Brett route and put on a podcast and just enjoyed my ride, my extra 45-minute ride home.
That's the only way to do it, man.
So I'm just embracing this curse, and I've accepted it. I've gone through the steps of denial, and I've accepted now, and so now I have reached the first class stage of my
It's the government, man.
Yeah.
This is how they're stopping the revolution, one red light at a time.
See, but then they're going to start realizing that you're enjoying the podcast, and you're going to start hitting greens, and then the podcast, you'll end at a like cliffhanger,
And
or
you'll
like
sit in
a
your car
dirt park.
listening to it.
I've done that.
and that's when you advance to the star ranking, when you're just like, okay, I think I can handle this, but I'm not sure. But you know what? Eagle is not the actual ranking that you want in this.
Because that's
It is-
eagle eye.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just want to be life.
It's
Because like
life.
this is just
Football is life.
If it ever gets to that point where green lights start flipping, then I will. If I'm almost home and there's a good part of the podcast, I'm gonna be like, detour.
Oh, haven't been down this
Haven't
stretch of
been
road
this street
before.
before.
I mean, I'll sometimes if I'm really listening to something enjoyable, I'm like, I see a yellow light, I'm like, I can make it through it, or I could just slow down. Or because when I don't know about you, Tim, what I'll do is as I'm driving, I will look at both the crosswalks, and as I'm seeing it count down, I'm like, hey, I can either hit the gas and make it through before this yellow light hits, or I can slow down because I know they're going to get 3, 2, 1 soon, and it's going to hit yellow. And you know what? Maybe I need 4 more minutes.
I don't think I've ever slowed down. I've definitely looked at the countdown, but I don't think I've ever slowed down for that. I've slowed down for the yellow light going, I don't care. But that's some dedication right there, Brett. Like, I'm going to slow down.
It's 3-dimensional podcast listening.
Jeez. Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
I'll go next. I got the investigation merit badge.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So my oldest son is in the phase of lying through his teeth on everything. So
I can see that.
yeah, Nick's. It's a chore. You really have to keep your eyes and investigate every little thing that he says.
You have to go touch the toothbrush. and be like, it's still dry.
Oh, he's the one that would wet the toothbrush
Oh.
down, and so then I have to like smell the toothbrush
And his breath.
and his breath, and I'm like, And there was one incident this week that I was like, Nixon, I don't think you even brushed your teeth. He's like, why? Because what you just told me was a complete lie, because you brushed your teeth in like 10 seconds. And let's see, pretty much everything is a lie, and you have to figure out the truth and question him on it. And so, yes, I am a professional kid investigator. I don't know if that sounds right.
We'll go with it.
I mean, all you have to do, as a teacher who kind of tries to make my students a little bit more honest, and especially as 5th graders, we have a smoke detector in our classroom. But it doesn't look like a standard smoke detector. It is this black orb thing that is just in the middle of the classroom, and I just tell the kids that it's a 360-degree camera, and I will know exactly what you do when I'm not around.
That's
That is
awesome.
so brilliant.
And the funny thing is I do have a Wise camera that I have directed at my desk for just in case, and also where the kids' backpack are. And so if there's ever any questions, I always pull that up. But they have no idea, and because they're just like, well, why don't you just check that one? I go, why do I have to check that one when all I need is this one right here? And they're, oh yeah. So I've never been called on it at all. That it doesn't. That's not at a camera.
See, and this is where I need a third kid,
Mhm.
because
The tattletale.
I need the tattletale in my life. So I think that's the reason why I have to investigate every
Mhm.
little thing, is because I don't have that tattletale kid. And so, yeah.
And you need to be like John Mulaney's dad is like, so we agree that you brushed your teeth. Yes, Father, I did. But I did not if you look at the transcript, you will see I did not say which day I did. Like,
Yes, I literally have to lawyer
Yeah.
my oldest kid on everything that he does.
man, that's it. My kids are really easy to catch in lies right now, because it's like, It's like what you were saying about how brush of teeth went in there for like 10 seconds. My kids are like that exact same thing. Like they walked in there, they come right out. I went to the bathroom, like, you literally just walked in, walked out. Like that's all you did.
Yeah.
You didn't even flush. Come on, you gotta use some flair with your lies.
I've helped my kid lie a little bit. I'm like, if you're gonna prove to me that you brush your teeth, at least do some mouthwash.
Yeah. See, that's the smart thing.
Yep.
At least do it half-assed.
Yep.
So, but it's gotten to the point where I'm like, Nixon, you have to show me the toothpaste on the toothbrush, and I'm
Mhm.
going to be setting a timer.
Mhm.
Oh, the timer. Oh,
Yes. To make sure that you are doing what you say you're doing.
We had to get a timer for having our kids wash their hands
Oh yeah.
because man, it's like, 2 seconds, done.
Yep.
I'm like, no, doesn't count.
Yeah, our Google device is really overworked on the timers. There's always a timer going in my house.
Yeah. Which timer is this? Oh shoot.
We've had 4 at one time before.
I think my wife is the only one that's ever had that when she was baking multiple things. So.
Yeah, you would think that it would be for baking, but
Yeah.
no, it's like iPad time, toothbrush, blah 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 blah. So yeah, that was
Wow.
my week.
All right.
all right. Well, I had the streaming cancellation service merit badge. About this time, at least half of them were. I have the Peacock for $20 for an entire year, fantastic deal. And then there is the Hulu for 99 cents a month for the entire year, fantastic deal. However, then there's all these other ones that they're coming up. And so I started like weighing, like, do I watch this? Do I watch this? And now I'm like, yep, the full price of HBO Max is coming back. I'm going to cancel this for 2 months. And then when The Last of Us starts in April, I'll like re-up it. And then suddenly out of nowhere, it was just like, as I was thinking that, it was just like, your account has just been charged for HBO Max for 1 more month. I was like, oh.
Yeah. I did that with Apple. And I was like ready to go. And I was like, oh shoot, it already went through yesterday.
And so it was just like, all right, well, at least I got that one canceled. And like the interesting thing is I'm sitting there going, okay, for me, Hulu or Netflix is a stay because of just because of Warner Brothers' constant financial issues. The only things that are streamed on Max eventually find their way to Netflix, which is like, okay, it's almost like sometimes you can almost get the same network with only one thing. And then because just being an Amazon Prime, that's almost like a duh right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm curious, so what I tend to do with when I get my subscriptions, I get them through my Apple device so that you can go in and immediately cancel.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only reason why I don't do I wasn't able to do the Black Friday stuff through the Apple device.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's all on.
Yeah.
So
You know
Is
what? I was just gonna say someone needs to come up with an app that tracks like all your shows and that you can cancel and re-up your streaming services based off of like the
your
shows.
Yeah, like it seems like at this time you'd be more inclined to be watching Netflix at this time. Yeah, because my wife had a friend that I'm like, why have I never done this? But this sounds like too much work, especially with kids. More players involved, more difficult it gets. But she's single, but she just watches one for a month, cancels, and then ups on a different one, cancels, and then I was like, that makes a lot of sense. You don't need to pay for them all at the same time.
If they would just allow people to share.
yeah.
Yes, that's so dumb.
I mean, I like the idea of that strategy, but for me, my interests don't allow that to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I'll be like, all right, because I actually was on the mentality, I want to do this. I'm only gonna watch this. I'm only gonna watch this. I'm only gonna watch this. Everything on Netflix sucks right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the next one and you're like, oh, look, well, Amazon Prime. Obviously, it's right here. It's part of the Prime getting things in the mail. All right. just not in the mood for Reacher. Oh, just not in the mood for that. Just not everything on here sucks. And that is the 21st century struggle right there.
Yes, it is.
And that's why it's like, just have your shows.
Or you just watch something on YouTube, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, my merit badge. I don't know what to call this. I saw sunlight, something like that. So in the last 7 days, let's say 10 days, I went to the office 3 times and I went to our conference for 2 days. So I'll call it my work week merit badge. I put in 5 days.
Ooh.
I saw people and I talked and interacted with people at my work for 5 days in the last 10 days. So I'm proud. I don't really ever leave and go to the office ever.
So you're like the guy on Benchwarmers that whenever he sees the sun.
Yes, exactly. I do think about that guy often in my life. Like, yeah, wearing my slippers as I'm slowly walking out. Yep. So I'm proud.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All righty.
All right.
Spin the wheel.
We have Spin the Wheel, where we have 10 categories of questions. We're going to spin the wheel and decide who's going to be asking what. We're going to be starting with our good friend Timmy here today. Timmy, you get Would You Rather?
Okay. Would you rather give up online shopping or give up online streaming?
Shopping.
Yeah. I will go to stores to buy stuff. And in fact, they'll be better for my wallet.
It would.
Because if I can't just go, oh, bye.
Yeah, I think
Click, bye.
giving up online shopping.
The only thing that sucks, though, is like those niche things that like you cannot get in the store.
Exactly.
That's the hard part.
Well, like Black Friday rolls around, it's online only deals.
And
Oh,
I can't just be like, hey, I'll give you some money if you buy this from me.
Nope.
Nah, shoot, everybody's blackballed me from it.
Yeah.
See, I don't.
If they get caught, then they're out.
Then
too.
they're out too. Jeez.
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
it's a virus that
Okay, so my
It's a
plan
virus.
is I'm gonna try and sway the whole world to do this, so internet shopping just crashes,
Ooh.
Ooh.
and then everybody has to be like,
yeah, because they don't
It's a
know.
miniseries.
yeah.
Okay, let me know
And
when
then
you're
they're
going to
gonna
do that so that I can start investing in box stores.
So yeah,
Best
that's
Buy is coming back big.
that's how you do it, and then you tattle on that person, and
Uh-huh.
then you're like, you're just gonna have to have someone else do it for you.
It's a pyramid scheme in the most awesome way.
That's a reverse pyramid scheme.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And then eventually it gets to everyone in the world.
This needs to
And
be
then-
like a reality game right here.
The only people it doesn't affect is people in North Korea.
Yeah, they're like,
They're like,
we could. What is internet shopping?
See, I loved the days of Black Friday shopping.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh yes,
that was the
Oh.
best.
Black
Well-
Friday shopping at Best Buy.
in the
Yes.
morning
Mhm.
specifically. I hate this
Mhm.
crap that it's like 7:00 on Thanksgiving and
Yes.
in the evening.
Oh no, yeah, no. Like
The
it's got to
morning.
be like 5-6 o'clock in the morning is when they open up the doors.
yeah. And I remember standing in long lines.
Yep.
Ugh, I remember like back when I was in college and they were still doing this, and I stood in line for 8 hours for just a stupid 32-inch TV.
Most of the time, I'd just go there, not even like I didn't have a game plan.
No.
You know, because like they would say, "Oh, we only have 5 of these TVs at this price." I never
yeah.
even was thinking about TVs or any of those high ticket items.
They make me sad now because like Black Friday specifically, there's no more big movie section with the DVD deals. It's
Oh yeah,
you got to look for them all online.
Yeah.
Mhm. Sucks.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, my Black Friday strategy for online is just slowly just start adding everything to my cart. And
Uh-huh.
then when Black Friday hits, just constantly check my cart. I'm like, oh, okay. All these other things, save for later. Bye.
Yep. And then if you have the alerts on, usually it'll notify you that like, oh, this thing you have is dropped in price.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right.
yeah, I don't like Black Friday. What it's become, it's awful. All right, Taylor, you're up next, and you got Desert Island.
Okay. So you're on it's your normal, average deserted island. However, you have to choose your companion. Do you choose Iago from Aladdin who critiques
Oh,
everything
yeah.
that you do.
Is it in Gilbert Godfrey's voice?
Yep. Gilbert Godfrey's voice. Same Iago.
Yikes.
Is he still
Or
alive?
No.
Okay.
or Jar Jar Binks, who messes up everything and he has to help you with everything. And
So
the-
one
and
just
the-
critiques and one has to help.
Yes. So either way, it's going to be very annoying.
If you didn't add that last component about Jar Jar, I would have gone pure Jar Jar immediately.
I think I'd get Jar Jar because he is ability to possibly at least get food from the ocean, whereas Iago would just be like, "Where's my food?"
Can I ask you, what happens if I kill one of them? Do they just come back?
Did they respawn?
Oh,
I
I'm
would-
going to Iago then.
I'm going Yago.
That'll be fun. That'll be entertainment right there. I'm going to throw rocks at it. Except, you throw rocks like a girl. I'm like, ugh. Oh, man. I don't know now. I'd get so angry. I'd get so angry.
The purpose of this is that which one do you think you would last longer with
Iago.
before you
I think I'd go. I
put
think I'd,
rocks in your pockets and walk into the ocean?
I lie. I probably would rather Jar Jar.
I would go Yago. I think I can entertain Yago enough to where, like, I would trick him to where he'd start criticizing his own ideas.
I can't. I don't have that power in me.
I don't know. I see Iago with like 5D chess. He's just like, "Oh, is this where you think you're going?"
Yeah,
Have
I
I
think I
got
would last
news for
like
you?
3 days.
At least Jar Jar
Tops.
probably wants some like to be accepted and loved, and yeah, Yago does not.
Yeah, but you'd constantly be hearing "whoopsie daisy."
He'd be like, "Man, drink." Every time we say that, we gotta drink.
But why
Shut-
is the rum gone?
That's a good one. Okay, Brett, you're up next. You got Kiss, Marry, Kill.
All right, so I chose this one. There's probably not strong feelings about this. This might be a mid one, but I just thought, even though we're doing 80s, I just decided to do 3 standard 90s TV sitcoms. So Kiss, Marry, Kill, Third Rock from the Sun, Malcolm in the Middle, That 70s Show.
Sorry, the 70 Show, Third Rock from the Sun, and which one?
Malcolm in the Middle.
Okay.
Ooh.
I've never fully enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it a ton. So I am killing Malcolm in the Middle. And it was Third Rock from the Sun and That 70s Show.
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh, that's the harder one.
See,
I know.
with that 70s show, it's hard knowing now what one of Hyde becomes in real life, a piece of human garbage.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully
Ugh.
Ashton Kutcher is not a human piece of garbage too. We'll find out as the dating list keeps on.
Yeah,
You
getting
know.
bigger.
I am going to marry Third Rock from the Sun, kiss That 70s Show, and kill Malcolm in the Middle.
Which one did you marry? Sorry,
Third Rock.
Third Rock.
I think it's underrated.
It absolutely is. I went and rewatched it as an adult, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I did not get this show when I was a kid.
Yep, that's mine.
I think,
Donna brings That 70s Show down.
yeah. Well, so does
sure.
Eric.
Donna also, the actress brings down
Every show she's in.
show she's-
I like Eric. Eric's funny.
Eric's all right.
Red's the
Donna's
best.
Donna's just the worst.
Red's the star.
Red
Yes.
and Kitty are the best.
Red and
Yes.
Kitty make that show.
I'm gonna do exactly what you did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna marry Third Rock from the Sun because it is absolutely underrated. I love the show.
I think Malcolm in the Middle has moments of that are
Mhm.
really funny,
Yeah,
but as a whole, I could be done with it.
yeah,
I know they're reviving it. and-
yeah.
And I'm curious, but also not like excited.
Yeah, same with me. I'm curious.
See, I think my 2 favorite characters from Malcolm in the Middle are Hal and Reese.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Hal is by far the mom. I think mom also is the
Hal.
reason why I don't like the show terribly too much. I'm not a big fan of hers.
Oh, do you know what's so funny? So we were watching last night as a family, Blended.
Oh, I hate that
Let's
movie.
get
Eh,
blended.
Oh my gosh, Terry Crews just is over the top. There is a lot of great one-liners that are so rude, that are hysterical. But the not Reese Witherspoon.
You're talking about
What's her face?
I know who
Drew
you're talking-
Barrymore.
Drew
Yeah.
Barrymore. Drew Barrymore's friend. I'm sitting there thinking, I've never seen you before, but I know you. And I just sat there and I'm like, I have no idea who this is. And so then I looked her up and I'm like, I haven't seen this show. I haven't seen this show. Oh, okay. It's what's his shoot, now my brain just went. The mom from
How I Met Your Mother?
no. Our mom.
Our mom?
Yes.
You're talking about Sigourney Weaver?
No.
Oh, okay.
Comedy.
We're talking about
What's
Goldbergs?
Yeah, the Goldbergs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Goldbergs mom. I'm like, because when she doesn't have
Mhm.
the wig on,
Yeah.
it's just like, I can't identify you. I've
Yeah.
never seen you before in my life. And then you see it, and then you like magically put the wig on,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh,
Or you put the wig on from Reno 911.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Reno 911 was funny.
It was. All right. Did everybody answer that one?
I believe so.
Alrighty.
I didn't, but
Okay.
that's okay.
What did you pick?
I can't decide.
Well, are you going to kill any of them? Or are you going to marry any of them?
I'm going to have a big marriage.
Polyamorous.
Yes,
Relationship.
polyamorous. I really liked all of them. Like the one, I'm gonna marry Third Rock just because of the one episode where they collect like the Beanie Babies
Oh, yeah.
and they like flowing out of the oven and things like that. That one was super funny.
Who's the winkest link in that show? Would you say?
I think French Stewart.
I actually think the sister is, or the aunt, or whatever whatever her relationship to them is.
Oh, the security officer.
Yeah,
See, I always liked her.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked her too. I would say French Stewart.
I liked French Stewart.
I don't
French-
know.
I mean, that one is at least one that's
Yeah. I mean,
there's a debate.
I mean, Dick is the best one.
Dick is, and so is Gordon Levitt.
Tommy.
Tommy, I just love how he's the oldest
Uh-huh.
in alien life and yet the youngest and deals with all that stuff. Yeah.
It's like number 5 in the Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
so maybe I'll do the same as you guys.
Okay.
Let's keep it
Welcome
moving.
aboard.
All right. Next we have my turn and it is blind rankings.
Ooh.
Okay.
Here we go.
I have it all ready to go. First one up. Dude, where's my car? 1 through 5.
Oh crap!
I
Oh,
didn't
man.
mind that movie.
Do you know the? I can never. Whenever somebody says "and then,"
Yeah,
my
go.
brain just immediately goes there.
No and then. No and then.
I'm going to 2.
You're going to 2? Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna go 3.
3.
Oh,
Okay.
I need to know one more.
It's such a silly, dumb movie, but also entertaining and fun.
Historically, I have given it the second best dub movie of all time, which number
Ooh.
1 goes to Zoolander.
So silly. Yes, I'm going to go 2 for
Okay.
sure.
I'll go 3 as well.
Okay. All right. Next one is Con Air.
5.
4.
4.
You guys are hurting my feelings. Who picked 4? Because everybody else
I did
picked 5.
4.
Oh,
Okay.
I did 5.
Oh, you did 5. You did 4.
maybe I'll do 3. I'll do 3.
Okay. So Timmy did 3.
Yeah, I'll do 3.
Okay.
Final
Taylor, you
answer.
did 4, right?
I did 5.
Oh, you did 5.
It's just too hard. Let's start over.
And Brett, you did 4. Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Next one is Deep Blue Sea.
4. I guess this is just bad movies.
No, these are Jeremy's like secret favorite.
No, they're not. They're not my secret favorite movies.
Guilty pleasures?
are.
Oh shoot! One of these I meant to switch out with something else last night. I was like, oh, let's not do that one.
I'm gonna go 5.
5.
4.
Oh, please say the next two are good.
All right. Next one is Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
The first one, like the Annihilation. I guess it has a subtitle, Annihilation.
Is this the HBO Max
No,
one?
that's number 2.
Oh, okay.
That's
Number 1 then.
number
Whatever
one.
number 1 is.
Oh, that one's not good either.
Oh, but I still love it. It's like
Okay.
a guilty pleasure.
I'm gonna
I'm
have
going to
to-
go 1.
5.
I'm gonna go 2 because I only have 2 slots.
I'm going to go 1 because
Okay.
I actually have a guilty pleasure for the Mortal Kombat movie.
I'll go 5.
soul is mine.
Okay.
Whatever the last one is, it's my number
I
1.
know, same here.
I just so you know, I was planning on like last night. I got distracted, but I was planning on switching Mortal Kombat with something that was a little bit better.
Okay.
What was it?
I don't remember.
No.
Or else I would have done it.
Mystery.
Mystery movie.
Oh.
Batman and Robin.
That's one.
I definitely was like, I'm gonna do the worst
That is-
last.
Honestly, without that movie, there'd be no Batman Begins.
Oh, my
So
word.
what I
And
was
who cares about bat nipples?
What I was aiming for with this was movies that you're like on the fence. Should I watch it if it was on TV? Like, you know, like, oh, should I watch it? Should I change the channel?
I would blast through all of those.
I think
Okay, well, for me,
Oh boy.
because I watched the crap out of Deep Blue Sea, Con
know.
Air, Dude, Where's My Car, Batman, Robin, and Mortal Kombat didn't show up on TV much. but-
Okay, well, I will tell you, if I had to flop any one of them, it would be Dude, Where's My Car's in first place.
yes.
And I would be waiting for the drive-through scene.
Yeah, I could have put Do Where's My Car at number 1.
See, Con Air for me would have been number
But I'm
one.
glad I was up 2.
I love Con Air.
I think it was the HBO effect
Yeah.
of it being on too much.
All of these were HBO effect except for Mortal Kombat to me. I've
Hmm.
seen these way too many times because of HBO.
Yeah. I loved Mortal Kombat.
All right, round 2. Timmy, you're up and you get random question.
Okay, this is one of your favorites.
Oh,
The 2, 4, 6, 8 years.
I was
question.
gonna do one of these, but I have like these are too complicated to figure out.
2, 4, 6, 8 years. You get to decide the order.
before I decide, I'm jumping off the roof and just ending it all.
Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8 years. You decide the order. How many years are you not going outside? How many
Ooh.
years are you using a 14-inch box TV from 1994?
Okay.
How many years are you using Windows 95?
Oh gosh.
And how many years are you using a brand new iPhone 1? Go.
Okay, iPhone 1, 8 years.
You're going without?
No, he's going. Yeah, go. He's using
Using.
using
Oh,
iPhone
using an
1.
iPhone 1 for 8 years because I'm fine with that. Let's see. I mean, if I could go back to my dumb phone, I probably would. Let's see.
See, box TV.
Box
and
TV.
What else was there?
Box TV, how many years are you using Windows 95?
Ugh.
How many years are you not going outside?
Okay, not going outside for 2 years. Box TV 4 years. Windows 95 6 years, and iPhone 1 8 years.
I think because of my family, I have to choose not going outside for 2 years. If it was just me, it might be 4. I don't know.
See, if it was just me, it would be a straight 8 years.
DoorDash, you start getting a relationship with them.
Yeah.
You're like, can we do the podcast at our house?
Yeah, so that
I agree with Jared. 2 years not going outside. I'll sacrifice for my family.
Exactly. The problem with Windows though is that like destroys my career. So I guess I'm doing 4. You're welcome, family. I picked 2 years to not so I can go outside with you. I chose you over my job. 6 years is gonna be I'm gonna choose box TV and then 8, the iPhone 1.
Okay.
Do you deviate?
Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna do 8 years. No outside.
Oh.
Yeah, I can
And
do
then
it.
he continues on after that.
So
This
you'll
man has not been seen outside for 2 decades.
So you'll go outside when your kids are graduating high school.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'll be a nice
All
celebration. It's
Yeah.
like, hey,
We're going big.
for you, I will go outside.
But you know how many things? Oh, yeah, it would get me out of a lot of things.
Sorry, can't do it.
Can't go outside.
Magically
you point
contracted.
at your ankle. You have an ankle brace.
Why can't you go outside? Timmy said so.
That's the rules.
2 years with the box TV.
That's gonna be hurting on the eyes.
What's in the box?
6 years phone, 4 years Windows.
Getting a lot of Minesweeper in.
Yeah.
Yep.
And solitaire.
That's
All
all.
right.
All right, Taylor, you're up next, and you get what if?
Okay. What if you could suddenly poop perfectly edible food? Like you poop out pizza, you can eat it, and you pee Mountain Dew.
Okay.
Would you do it if it meant that people could possibly find out and think that you eat your own poop and pee?
I gotta spin on this. When they see us eating it, it looks like poop.
Yep, that is exactly where I'm going with this.
But to us, it tastes. And does it have the same nutritional elements as those things?
What?
Does it have the same like taste and nutritional element as the things that we see it as?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
for you, you're eating pizza.
Nice.
It's nutritional.
Yeah.
But for everyone else, it looks like you were eating your own.
How come Dad always goes to the bathroom?
What if it's
for so
soupy?
long?
So just out of curiosity, do you just like, just sitting there think, okay, I want a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah. Is it take requests like that? Is it like
Yeah, as you were going, you can wish for what you want.
I love this.
So you're crapping in a bag?
A brown paper bag.
Or you're standing on a table hovering over a plate.
Yeah. Or you bring a plate to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
You bring a plate to the bathroom. People are like, what are you doing? They come back. It has like poo smeared all over it.
But for you, it is perfectly edible and nutritious. Are you going? Will you partake?
Absolutely, I will.
I'm starting a YouTube channel.
People are just watching you eat poo. Like, how is he doing this? Like, oh, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, this is a Ruth Chris steak or whatever, Texas Roadhouse, and ooh, this sushi is really good.
But like at the same time, do you think you'd lose jobs over this? If people
yeah,
were
if-
to find out,
If Tim does what he says and
Brett's dying.
starts a YouTube channel,
Yes.
you could also do a side YouTube channel where you do ASMR. You're just, this is a fantastic piece of steak.
and you're munching on a Tootsie Roll.
But the thing is, like, this doesn't prohibit me from eating normal food as well, right?
right.
Okay. So like I could keep it hidden.
I don't think you can.
I think I could.
So wait,
What happens when Dad? Why have you been in the bathroom for 45 minutes?
What's that smell?
It was
Yeah, well,
one of those times.
that's the other thing is, does it smell to everybody like?
See, I thought about
Dad's
that.
making a pie.
I would say yes.
It smells like normal
Yes.
to them.
So do your farts have that pre-smell, baby?
Yes.
For you, it's like you just toot. You're like, oh, that smells so good. I'm hungry.
Because you just made life 20% better.
Everybody else is dying of like noxious fumes, and you're like, I'm hungry.
All I smell is pizza or bread cooking.
Does anybody else smell that? I feel hungry now.
Oh, Dad's in the bathroom.
It's one of those times where you don't even know you farted, and you're like, what was that? It smells delicious. And everybody's like, oh, what are you talking about? That's
Oh.
gross.
Like, is someone baking?
And fresh bread?
But yes.
I will absolutely do this. No. I think the only thing that would make me second guess not doing it is like if I had to go all in and this is all I could ever eat. Because then I was like, I couldn't go to restaurants or anything like that and be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Bring a plate out. Don't judge me. Sir, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. Why? I brought it.
It's a perfectly good steak.
It's a brown bag.
Yep. Brett, you doing it?
Oh, I don't know if I would ever trust that would be actually real. Like I'd be like so skeptical.
You'd have a fresh lunch every day at work.
I know.
This is a genie pops up and says, "You can have this," and
This is all you can have. No wishes. You want it? This is like
so you know
a flash sale of wishes.
Legit. Yes.
Okay, I guess I would do it with the worry of not doing it in public or around people. But if I got stranded on a desert island or whatnot, then I'd be like, okay, I guess I have to give this a go.
I mean, you'd poop in your hand.
Exactly.
Iago's
From
going to
butt
be
to
really making fun of you on that one.
Oh no, it's me and Jar Jar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can start your own food line.
Jar Jar would probably be like, "Oh, Misa do that
Only
too."
one person's buying it. It's us.
Yeah, and he's sitting there like, oh, why do you like this?
But think about it. If you poop a pizza and you choose not to eat it, that thing is going to clog the toilet. But I guess even the toilet probably sees it as poop. So never mind.
That's when you have a food grinder in the toilet.
You have a garbage disposal.
Yeah, just like Kramer, you have a garbage disposal.
Yeah.
All right, yummy. All right, Brett, you're up with Lick Off.
All right. So not an actor. Licking the entirety of the inside of Darth Vader's helmet, especially after a very long and very robust speech.
And he's got that weird skin from being burned.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but if it's like from Mafia when he's like eating that orange and his face is all burned. It's like, ugh. Like if I saw him while I was looking, I'd be like, ugh. All right, I'll start it off with, I'll do $10,000.
Me?
Yep.
8,000.
Do I have to get his mouth area? Just like
Any part on
the
the
cranium part?
No, the inside where his mouth is.
Oh, that's where we are. Looking.
Yes.
Oh, dang, I missed that part. Okay.
8,000.
Inside. 7.
6,
5.
4.
3,
2.
1.
Does he brush his teeth?
Yeah, you never.
They don't
see
call him
any.
Darth Vader for nothing. Darth interior of the mouth.
Hold still.
750.
500.
475.
400.
Let's keep it real. 100.
99.
You guys have it.
75.
He's gonna sit there watching, and then if you do it wrong, he's gonna choke hold,
Yeah.
like force choke you.
I'm out.
All right. 75 credits.
I saw this thing that it was a meme of Darth Vader of saying, and it had all these 3 different images of when he does his little choking thing. And it was like before COVID, and he's like, I don't know if he actually just choking somebody or is right next to him, and then it was like during COVID, and he's like 6 feet away, force choking, and then it says after COVID remotely, and then it has like somebody in a whole different room being force choked. I was like, that's hilarious. I get it. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I get it. All right, I'm up next, and I get how much? Well, I drew inspiration from Timmy, and then I was like, I'm not going to do 2, 4, 6, 8. So, just going to do simple old 2. How much money would you need to be paid to be unable to be in or use a motor vehicle for 2 years?
Live in a motor vehicle.
Like a
for 2
camper?
years?
No. So you're unable to be in or use a motor vehicle for 2 years.
That's a problem because I travel.
No car, no nothing that has a motor to transport you. So you can ride a bike, you can do a skateboard, you can walk.
I have a gas station like 3 minutes from my house.
So like if I like hire a Lyft or an
Be
Uber,
closer if there was
his
a
car like
road.
magically breaks down.
Yep, exactly. Every time you
Ah.
get in, it's like, and so you going, I'm sure, to work for both of you two.
Yeah.
Timmy and Brett would be.
That would be
Nothing with the motor.
nothing with the motor.
Trying to figure a way around this.
I know that's what
Solar power. It says
And
on
no
the
motor though.
If it's just powering wheels,
It has a motor.
does it though?
Electric cars have motors. It's not gas powered, it's electric powered.
Wind powered.
Oh yeah, you could do that. You could put a sail on there.
Let's see.
I mean, this is easy for me, so because I work at home.
Can I let's see, I could probably get a boat and go across the lake.
But you don't live by the boat. I mean, like by the lake.
Yeah, it does.
I'm close.
You're close.
It's close.
Oh yeah. I guess I'm not even thinking about where you live. I mean, you'd have to walk there, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like walking to the bus stop, except it'd
Yep.
be the boat.
But then once you get out on the other side of the boat, like I guess you'd have to hop on a bus.
Or walk.
That's quite a walk, isn't it?
Depends how far down the lake you go. I mean, it'd probably be like a 45-minute walk.
But the boat would have to be like a rowboat or something like that. No motor.
Yeah. You paddle.
get your paddle in every morning.
That's how I get my workout in.
Yeah.
How much I could do this for? It would be super inconvenient.
Gonna go on a 2-year sabbatical.
And it's only for 2 years?
Yeah.
How much? I would say $2 million.
$1 million a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm sitting there thinking I'd have to ride my bike 17 miles.
Did you just look that up?
No,
Okay.
I've always known it's 17 miles.
Winters are going to be a little
Winters
bit
are
rough.
going to be horrible.
Yeah.
But I would just get one of those paddle boats and paddle to work. There'd be no traffic.
If you got prepaid the $2 million, would you just move?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I'd get a really nice paddle boat.
I'll just say $10 million and retire. There you go.
There you go.
I'd get a paddle boat and I'd have it make sure it's enclosed and heated and cooled, so I can just row. Or it can be one of those ones that you like a bike.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It's a
scoot.
swan.
Yeah, I could do that.
Oh, there
And then
goes Timmy and his swan.
And then I'd lock it with a bike lock at the end, and we're good.
You know what? I just thought of a way that, because this could be argumentative that this is not a motor. There's a guy who's a local celebrity that does totally awesome computers. He does actually have a motor on his. Oh, but like a parachute with a big old fan.
Oh.
You could do that. That's probably not
That's
considered a motor.
That's not a motor?
No, I don't think so. It's just a big old fan.
Okay. Well, I thought anything with a motor,
I don't know.
and a fan is a motor.
I'm not an engineer, so I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure a fan.
I think fan is a motor.
Okay,
Yeah.
then no.
Stop trying to tempt me.
I'd do it for $1 million probably.
Yeah, I do $1 million a year, but I would get a really nice rowboat, or just one with like pedals that I can just row. I'd be working out every day and getting paid,
Yeah.
and I would beat the traffic.
I'd do it for 500,000.
Would you though?
I think
500,000?
so. I mean, the traffic's been awful lately, so yeah.
Especially in Saratoga.
I'm just curious. With these, would you want the money up front or would you want the money end? I'm pretty sure that's a
I
dumb
would want
question.
the money up front.
Yeah,
Okay.
up front.
Kind of figured.
I'd even do yearly up front. 500
Mhm.
Mhm.
at the beginning, 500 at in the mid.
I needed like $500,000 of it to get my customized.
But then if you step foot in a motor vehicle or anything like that one time, you have to repay it back. So if you spent it, you're in debt.
So if I have to go on a business trip, I have to say, sorry, I can't go because motors.
Yep.
That's fine. That gets me out of going someplace.
I did not think of that for me. I'm going to have to tell people, no, I can't for 2 years. I have a fear of flying for 2 years.
It's a contractual obligation.
Fear of flying for 2 years.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Or
$2 million. I think that's not selfish.
Or you do what Sheldon does and do a mobile presence device, that like a little robot
yeah,
that
there you
goes,
go.
and then you can get on.
Yeah, because
you're not technically
it's-
in a car.
And
Yeah.
that is for appearances, not for transportation.
Yep, that's true.
Workaround.
All righty. Let's move on to our 80s bracket.
I'm
Can-
actually really excited for this
Can you,
week.
Timmy, can you do Rex voice for our 80s bracket?
Who?
Your Rex Cauldron? What's his name?
Max Headroom.
Oh, Max Headroom. That's it. Wow, way off.
Well, I don't know if that was that Max?
Yeah, that was Max.
Yeah. At the very
Really?
beginning.
Yeah.
Max Headroom.
Max Headroom?
Yes.
I thought Max Headroom was in something else, not Back to the Future 2.
I mean, his personality thing was in
Welcome
there.
to the Cafe 80s, even in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Max Headroom.
We are going to do our 80s rewatch bracket. Bracket.
Way
Good
to
job.
go.
It blew my mind that that's the neighbor from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh my gosh.
That does that. And like, it's completely him and he's doing it himself. Yeah. So if you haven't listened or tuned in before, we are doing the most rewatchable 80s movies according to us. So we are on our final legs of this bracket. And so you might want to go back and rewatch all the how we got to where we did, because there were some upsets, there were some predictabilities, some Cinderella stories, of course. But here we go. We're going to start off with Predator versus RoboCop.
Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick with my Predator.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen RoboCop anyway, but I'm pretty sure I'd go Predator every day. And Timmy, you went Predator?
No, I'm going RoboCop.
Oh, okay. Just screw up my numbers then. Whoops, I gave you a
I think
negative.
RoboCop's underrated. And we're talking about the original RoboCop, not the remake.
I've never seen either. So
We're on our way to RoboCop,
RoboCop.
dystopian society.
all right, next one. Batman #1, 1989 versus National Lampoon's Vacation. I know where this is probably going, but I'm
going
curious.
Batman.
I'm going Batman.
Batman.
Oh,
I'm gonna make it hard on Timmy on purpose. I'm going National Lampoon's.
you're not really making it hard on me because we just ask AI.
That's true.
So hold on.
Now hold on.
Let's discuss this for a second because there could be a sway.
There could be. I mean, if you ask me, like, I like Batman. I like all that stuff. As I get older, Jack Nicholson's Joker becomes less and less. I appreciate it less.
Well, I think that's just because he didn't have a whole lot to work with aside from what was in the 60s Batman. I mean, with Romero, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was trying to do something that was a little original.
I just didn't like the faces thing. Like all the girls and all that have all the same faces as him.
Yeah. That was weird.
I mean, that's Joker though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
Joker.
he does that in the
I know.
animation and
but
the
like
comics.
the way Tim Burton pulled it off, though, is just weird.
And I mean, it is Tim Burton.
I love me some Tim Burton. So
I do like Tim Burton as well. I do like the resurgence of the 89 Batman. Like they have a comic series that's following that Batman, which is really kind of cool.
Oh, have you been? I started reading it. I thought it was interesting that they got what's his face. They turned him into Two-Face.
Lando?
Yeah, the guy that played Lando.
See, that's kind of cool. And there's a lot of fun things that come with that Batman. I mean, it was that is my Batman growing up, like bar none.
Now, did I'm trying to remember the ending here. Is it one of the classic endings where Batman tries to save Joker and Joker's falling and Joker's like, forget it? Oh, he does the teeth.
He does the teeth.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
yeah. But then you have the
Yeah.
I
I mean, that was great at the end by all
Yeah.
means. I just didn't like anytime we were in Joker's like world, so to speak, and the music they chose.
Prince.
Is that Prince?
It's Prince.
Yeah.
But we are talking about what's the most rewatchable.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes it less watchable. Now, National Lampoon's Vacation, switching gears. I love the story of like the dog on that's sad but funny.
Yeah.
Where the dog they tie him to the car and
Oh yeah.
there is John Candy, of course, is the security guard at Wally World. They go off the road and get in a crash.
Yeah.
There's of course, Chevy Chase has always got to meet up with a attractive girl. I'm trying to remember what else. They have the grandma, and the grandma dies, right?
Yes.
Most Re-watchable. I'm just gonna go with Batman.
Yeah.
Boo. This is rare. I feel like that a comedy doesn't win out. Okay. Airplane versus The Great Mouse Detective.
Oh, hands down, the greatest, my number one movie of all time, Airplane.
Airplane is so rewatchable, so quotable. I gotta go Airplane.
Well, especially
I
if you
don't
like.
think I've seen either of these. To be
You haven't
honest.
seen The Great Mouse Detective? Oh man.
Oh, wait,
Surely
actually,
you can't be serious.
I think
I
I
am
have
serious. I don't
like
question.
once, but I don't really remember it.
See, Airplane's great. Like when you watch it, like on the surface level, it's like somebody who studies something.
Uh-huh.
First, you read it all the way through, and you like enjoy it for what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Airplane. And then you look into it, and you're like, you try and find all the little Easter eggs throughout the entire movie, which are countless.
Countless.
Is Airplane the one where they go and they like slapping everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like-
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going Airplane.
Yeah, I mean, Airplane is definitely the favorite here, and I don't. A Great Mouse Detective could beat a lot of other Disney shows.
Yes.
but
Not
going
this
up
one.
against an Airplane here.
Going up against
It's going up against Duke, man.
Yep.
a mouse versus an airplane. Who is going to win?
All right, Naked Gun from Files of Police Squad. Is this number one?
That's probably number one.
Yeah. Versus Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop is enjoyable. I wish it was Naked Gun 2.5, but that came out in the 90s. But I think that there's more enjoyable. I think Naked Gun, the first one, is more rewatchable than because you have Eddie Murphy being Eddie Murphy, but
Yeah, it is number one.
whenever you have Lieutenant Frank Drebin,
Yes. Frank Drebin is the best.
yes,
I'm going to poo-poo on this. I watched Beverly Hills Cop for the first time, I think last year.
uh-huh.
I did not see the appeal. I did not enjoy it.
I like this is the music.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll go Naked Gun.
I-
I've seen like posters of it. I've had no desire to even watch Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop, I just feel like Eddie Murphy is a little bit like, reminds me of Will Ferrell or Vince Vaughn. He goes off a little bit.
Well, I also think I like the sequels more than the original.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the second and third one of Beverly Hills is a top. For me, like last week when we talked about Lethal Weapon, like the first Lethal Weapon, it's just Mel Gibson's character just sulking and sad. And it's not until we get the second one where he's actually jovial and happy and looking forward to living.
Yeah, I still like number one a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like it's a sweep here for Naked Gun.
Yeah.
I can kill. You've given me a reason to live.
Oh, that's a good movie. Who Framed Roger Rabbit versus Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, I appreciate Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Jeremy has his picture taken next to Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, yeah, I do.
And however, when you only have one perfect Thanksgiving movie that is not a Hallmark or Lifetime Channel movie, you have to go with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, this one is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and it's no question.
So, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? We haven't brought up the word lull for a while. There's quite a bit of lulls in there.
lull.
Yes.
Planes, Trains, Automobiles, not going to lie, has
But
quite a
there's
bit of
some
lulls too.
Uh-huh.
Well, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit is creepy.
It is. It is creepy. It is very weird. Yeah, I always find it fascinating that Warner Brothers and Disney, though, had to agree that they had to make sure that their characters showed up 50% of the time as the other ones did. Like, so
I did not know.
for
that.
every Mickey, there had to be like, a Bugs Bunny kind of situation.
Interesting.
So they counted apparently, and they had to make sure nobody was getting screwed there. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I would go the rest of my life without watching it again, to be honest.
Yeah,
And that'd be
me
just
too.
fine. My favorite thing of that entire movie is the gun and the bullets.
Oh yeah.
Which way did he go?
I think he went that
way. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is great. It's wholesome. I enjoy it. Yeah. I don't see it going the distance, but I'm going.
You're driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, it's classic. What? Are we sweeping that one?
Yep.
Timmy?
Yeah, we're sweeping.
Field of Dreams versus Big. Talk about lulls.
Oh, could both of them lose?
I actually like Big. I like Big quite a bit. And Field of Dreams, I once again could go the rest of my life without watching it again. I don't know what the stereotype is
No.
that
Yeah.
males love Field of Dreams.
For some reason, it is the antithesis of best baseball movie ever, and there's really no baseball.
Yeah. I like the part about the movie I like the most is that Ray Liotta's in it.
There's more baseball in Draft Day.
That took me a moment.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, okay.
I like Big more as an adult than I did as a kid.
I haven't watched it as an adult.
I never liked it as a kid. I'll have to maybe watch it as an adult.
All right, next one up, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom versus Police Academy.
Didn't we have Police Academy last week?
I think we had a sequel.
We had another
We had one.
Police Academy. So this is number one. And this one, I always remember the fire scene,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Do you know? So on Facebook, I have I'm part of a Gen X only.
Janet.
You have to show your ID.
You basically have to confirm that you were born between what was it 1967 to 1980 or something like
With
that.
like a trivia.
Can't remember. There's probably some not
Barely.
Gen Xers in there. Anyway, they had a scene of the captain up at the podium, and they're just like,
oh, yeah.
"Okay, with this picture, what do you hear?"
That speaks volumes.
And I was like, "That's right."
I am one of those weird kids that loved Temple of Doom.
You know what?
Especially more than the original.
I don't know.
And since Big Bang Theory disproved the whole who cares about the first one, I feel like it's gotten a little bit better. And I know they were stretching themselves. And plus there's lots of nods in the Temple of Doom. Like there's an Obi-Wan cafe or something. Dan Aykroyd's in it.
Yeah.
Little fun tidbits. I like Short Round. It kind of I think maybe that's why I liked it as a kid, because there was a kid in the movie. It was a little more fun and watchable. Plus, it was the kid from the Goonies. So I mean, it was a nice relatable thing for me, and it's very nostalgic. I know it was really really weird. Probably, well, is it the weirdest Indiana Jones? I don't know, but
if there's three, then yes.
For me, it's 2 words. Kalima.
Is that what they say in Temple of Doom?
I think so.
I don't even know.
Something along those lines.
It's been a moment since I've seen it.
I'm going Temple of Doom.
See, for me, neither of these are really rewatchable.
I like Police Academy. I'm just gonna go in Police Academy.
I don't think I've never seen a Police Academy movie.
I like Mahoney. I like the dysfunctional people that they bring into this group of Police Academy people. It's a fun watch.
This is the one that guy always sneaks out of his dorm and goes to the girls' dorm.
Yes.
Also,
Yes.
which is funny.
Respect.
I think this is the only rated R Police
Yes,
Academy.
it is the only
Yes, it
rated R
is.
one.
I don't know. I think Temple of Doom just by a hair.
Brett, did you vote?
No, I'm going Police Academy.
Oh,
which
right.
means to the 5th member.
Fifth member, honorary member of Utterly Useless.
Chat
Police.
GPT.
Oh man, in Temple of Doom was one of the factors for the new PG-13 rating.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh yeah, that and Gremlins.
Kalima.
You mean the Christmas movie Gremlins?
Yes.
Okay.
Ugh.
PG-13 was
All right. So which movie is more rewatchable? Police Academy or Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? And we have ChatGPT spitting a whole bunch of things out.
But Temple of Doom delivers a richer, more thrilling experience that holds up better over time. Let's see. Oh, but no, wait a minute. If you're in the mood, he gave one of those non-answers. Sorry.
If you're in the mood,
gun to head.
I don't know. It did. I think it did give you the answer, but it says, but Temple of Doom is richer, more thrilling experience. So I think it's gonna go with Temple.
Yeah,
of Doom.
Temple of Doom, no hesitation.
I don't
It's
think
got
it'll go
adventure.
past the next round, but
Yeah, so Temple of Doom.
Yeah,
All right,
it's still fun.
and it's
All
gonna
right.
lose its card soon.
yeah.
All right, next one, Little Mermaid. Still shocked that this is
Oh
1989
my word!
versus Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. Can we just move on?
Yeah.
Well, actually, the Little
we
Mermaid.
we need to talk about this for a little bit. I mean,
Okay,
there's
so
Prince Eric.
we have Triton's castle, which looked like a wing.
We have the F word spelled
Hey.
on the
on
cover.
the case, and you have the
The priest. with-
You have an old man taking advantage of a 16-year-old mermaid turned girl with no clothes.
No clothes. Yeah, like hey there. It's not every day.
Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Oh wow!
giggity.
I
Listen,
mean, and then Spaceballs. Come on, Spaceballs.
This could be one of the most rewatchable. Yeah, I'm talking about Spaceballs.
Yeah.
One of the most rewatchable shows in this entire bracket.
in fact, the funny thing is one of the podcasts I was listening to driving home from work the other day was the discussion between which Mel Brooks movie is better, Spaceballs or Robin Hood Men in Tights. And I'm like, oh, that's so interesting because I believe we came up with Men in Tights, but and it was really interesting because everybody was just like, it's Spaceballs and it's not even close because of just the number of layers of jokes within it. And they're like, they basically were just saying, and one person disagreed and they're just like, no, it's actually Men in Tights because of just the thick history of Robin Hood and Robin Hood movies. And you have to give Mel Brooks the nod because of the massive amount of content that was spoofed that might go unnoticed
Mm-hmm.
unless you watch like the Earl Flynn Robin Hood and some of the other stuff.
Yeah, I'd choose Robin Hood Men in Tights easily over Spaceballs, and that's just because I think I don't know. Just,
you can't decide.
just the way that like
We chose Spaceballs.
the storytelling goes with Spaceballs versus Robin Hood Men in Tights. Robin Hood Men in Tights is a little bit more enjoyable from beginning to end, no lulls. Spaceballs, I would argue, has
Yeah.
a decent amount of lulls.
But we picked the most rewatchable comedy as Spaceballs.
Yeah, we did.
I thought it was Men in Tights.
Nope. Because I swayed you at the last
Oh, we
minute.
did?
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
At
Well-
the 12th hour, 11th hour.
Well, I would go back. Was it him? I was on the other
you were
side
on
Men in Tights.
You were on Men in Tights.
Okay.
He was on the fence.
Quite
I
a
was
memory.
Spaceballs. And I kept making quotes. And he said, all right.
Taylor, what would you have chose? Spaceballs, probably.
If I had a gun with one bullet and I had to kill one of them, I would turn it on myself. I can't. That one is literally impossible.
What an
for me.
honorable answer.
He would drop his headphones and leave.
I would. I love both of
Yes.
You say that you ask AI, he'd be like, error.
Error.
them. Exactly. Like that is one that I will
AI
never
is down
choose.
today for some unknown reason.
Life is no longer.
Your lights go out.
That's
Uh-oh.
really what it came down to. Oh man, that would be.
I just like
I can't.
from the beginning
decide.
with like them in the jail with a chew or not father of a chew, a sneeze.
A sneeze.
And then like them getting out and swimming across the channel.
Yeah, but then you have like barf.
Yeah.
Not in here. It's a Mercedes.
But like you get like the walking scenes are a little slow and you get I hate the ending of Spaceballs.
Combing
Hey.
the desert
My-
is the best. And then you have you found anything? We
Yeah,
have found.
That is my virgin alarm. It's programmed to go off before you do.
It is.
He hit my hair.
See,
It's
you
pretty good.
can't. You can't. You
It's pretty
can't
good.
decide.
Well,
For
I
a
think
girl.
this is I've always thought this is a funny joke, but for some reason it just did not completely hit. Was like, you got their stunt doubles. And I'm like, I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
I don't like that joke as much as I should.
Oh, that was so funny because they look nothing like it.
Yeah.
I die. Oh my goodness, I can't decide on that one.
I'm a Mog. I'm half man, half
A
dog.
dog.
I'm my own best friend.
Yeah.
There's just and then Pizza the Hut. He ate himself to
To
death. Oh,
Coming up.
And it's kind of funny. I think that they did that because the actor refused to get back into that pizza suit
Oh,
because it was too hot. Like they had to have heat lamps on him
yeah,
to help portray that meltingness.
and
And
yeah,
who one of us wouldn't eat ourselves if we were pizza?
Yeah.
yeah. And then on the other side with Robin Hood Men in Tights, there's just so many quotable
No
things.
ding ding without a wedding ring.
I
Then-
lost.
I'm guessing. I guess nobody's coming.
You lost your arms and battle.
Exactly. They're two really quotable movies. Can't decide. All right, Spaceballs moves on.
Okay. Sorry, Little Mermaid. Not really.
okay. Spaceballs is probably going to go all the way to the semifinals.
Okay. Predator versus Batman. That would be a good movie.
I think
would be
it's
a
a
good
comic
movie.
range. I think they did a
Whoever wins,
I think
we
they have
lose.
done a few
well,
crossovers.
and they've done a couple of crossovers because now Marvel owns, because they own 20th Century Fox, has done Wolverine versus Predator, and now they're doing
That'd be a good one too. Yeah.
now they're doing I think Black Panther versus Predator.
Yeah, that's
which
less
is
enjoyable.
Less enjoyable
Because
yeah.
Wolverine is animalistic.
Uh-huh.
So that's great.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
to
going-
go Batman.
I'm going Batman as well. Predator's great. It's as far as rewatchability goes, I think once you've gone through the journey of Predator, I'm less likely to go through it again as quickly and watch it again.
Yeah, I have to go all in on Batman.
I'm going Predator. I
All right.
love me Predator movies.
Yeah, Predator high five.
I think there's more lulls in Predator than
Yes,
Batman.
there is.
Yeah. All right. Next one is Airplane versus Naked Gun. The
Oh.
first one. This isn't nice, but
If
if this was a different Naked Gun to Brett's,
If it was 2.5, I'd be a struggle. But like, what was it the other day? Yeah, last night I was sitting there thinking, I really want to rewatch Wrongfully Accused. I love
yeah, I think you
Wrongfully
definitely
Accused.
love that movie more than me, but it's a good movie.
Is that the Emilio Estevez?
No,
No.
The Wrongfully
Oh,
Accused.
that's Loaded Weapon. My
Is,
bad.
yeah. Wrongfully Accused is making fun of basically The Fugitive and most of Harrison Ford's movies.
But that's the thing
So-
is you
Oh,
loved
okay. So that's
you
90s.
loved The Fugitive
Yeah,
growing up, and I was like,
The Fugitive, it makes fun of The Fugitive, but also does Clear and Present Danger, Patriot Games, all of the 90s Harrison Ford stuff.
Spoof movies aren't the same.
nope, they're not. They don't put the love that they deserve in them.
Well, I think,
They go for the
lazy
easy
writing.
joke.
It's the lazy writing.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, this one's a no-brainer. It's Airplane all the way.
I'm
Airplane.
going, yeah, Airplane.
Yeah.
It's going to be Airplane versus
It's-
Spaceballs.
Yeah, especially because it will be. Yeah. If this was number 2, like you said, it'd be much more difficult. Even number 3, I think I enjoyed more than number 1 of Naked Gun.
And the Academy Award goes to The Bomb.
And we're gonna have to prepare and watch all of them before the new Naked Gun is released later
Oh.
this year.
Yeah, Liam Neeson as Lieutenant Frank Drebin.
Whoa.
Who is Seth MacFarlane going to be in it, or is he just writing it?
I think he's just writing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love Seth MacFarlane.
He's probably going to be OJ's character, though, maybe.
Okay, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles versus Big. I feel like this is appropriate, like just because they both have a very similar feel.
So you think Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is going on? I agree.
I agree.
I too would like to weigh in on this conversation and say yes, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yes.
I enjoy that movie, yes, more than Big. So, all right, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom versus Spaceballs.
Sorry.
No question.
Have they ever done a spoof of like Indiana Jones ish?
I know they've done spoofs on like television shows, but in
Yeah.
a movie?
I mean, I think the closest you get is UHF.
Yeah, that's true. There's a little bit of spoof there, but it's funny because like you have a full on spoof of Spaceballs, which is Star Wars movies, and like, come on,
The Schwartz is much stronger than the Heart. So
yeah.
Yeah, the Schwartz is definitely bigger with Spaceballs.
Jam. I hate jam.
yogurt.
Or yogurt. That's what it is. Yogurt. Oh no, the radar has been jammed. Strawberry. I hate strawberries. Batman versus Airplane.
I'm going Batman.
Oh, this is a good one.
Just because I really haven't seen Airplane. So
I've already
Which is
rewatched
probably
Airplane a ton in my life.
Yeah.
Batman, I probably haven't seen since my.
I actually
adolescence?
rewatched Batman before I went to go see the Flash movie, which again, FYI, the Flash movie,
is a Batman movie.
fourth best Batman movie of all time.
Fourth best Batman movie?
Yes, it goes Dark Knight. I would say Batman Returns, and then the Flash.
What about
What
Batman
about
Begins?
Batman Begins?
Number 5.
Whoa. Hot take.
I'd say Batman Begins is number 2.
Here we go. Let's do a Batman. Let's go. Batman Re-watchable.
Okay, well, obviously, because my list, Batman and Robin is number 1. So.
Yeah.
I'm going all in on Batman, The Dark Knight Rises.
I'm going all in on Adam West.
Adam West. Yeah, Dark Knight is number 1.
Let's see.
We all agree with that.
Let's see. Airplane. Rewatchability. Okay, rewatchability, though.
Yes, rewatch.
So,
yeah,
The
Airplane's
movie
going
ends,
to win.
you
but
want to rewind and watch again.
Airplane.
And we are rewinding because they're on VHS.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We're also kind.
Yes. Kind to rewind.
So which movie is longer?
Oh, I bet you Batman is.
I bet you
well, let's
Batman's
find out.
longer.
Because the longer movies take longer to rewind.
I'm going to
I'm
guess.
patient.
Okay, here's my guess. I bet you Airplane is like 89 minutes and Batman is like 100 or
2 hours.
So Batman is 2 hours and 6 minutes.
All
That was a
right.
lot longer than I thought.
Whichever
it was
one's
gonna be.
shorter, that's the
Airplane's
going to
be like an hour and
I
a
bet you it's
half.
like 80 something minutes.
No,
Whichever one's
I'm going to
shorter.
say 90. 90 minutes.
And survey says
Oh, I almost was 2 minutes off. Hour
What?
and a half.
I'm going Airplane.
what are you talking about? What did I say? 89 minutes?
Oh, you said 89? Oh,
I
I
said-
thought you said 80.
No, I said 89 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That is 88 minutes right there.
Yeah, that is. Okay. I thought
Boom.
I heard you say 80. So,
But it went over, so.
Yeah.
Price is Right rules.
all right.
right.
Timmy, you're the last one.
I'm going Airplane.
Okay.
It's quicker to rewind.
That's quick. Is that what you based yours off of?
They're both rewatchable.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles versus Spaceballs, the movie.
Let's see. A seasonal movie that you only watch once a year, or a movie that could instantly be rewound and watched again. Well, I mean,
So Planes, Trains, Automobiles.
both of you could do that
Both John Candy.
on November.
Oh, yeah. John Candy versus Candy.
In November, you could logistically do Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, rewind it, watch it again. I feel as though that has a life of just November, where Spaceballs
And
has
Planes, Trains has too much drama in it.
I'm going Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. Yeah, same
Yeah.
here. Do you ever wonder if John Candy from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is the same as John Candy from Home Alone?
Could
Yeah.
be. Gus Blinsky.
I hate when he has heart
King
because it
of
makes me
Midwest.
sad. All right. Airplane versus Spaceballs. We called it.
Oh,
Spaceballs.
I need to think about this a little bit because, like, even though Airplane is like the number one comedy like of all time, is it the most rewatchable comedy of all
See,
time?
here's my argument. We just spent like a full, like almost segment on Spaceballs and Men in Tights.
Men in Tights. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, Airplane. I mean, I could definitely do it. I just, yeah.
Sheer quotability.
So
Yeah,
here's the interesting thing regarding this. So let's just look at the lull thing. So Spaceballs does have lulls. Airplane has lulls too, but during the lulls, people hang themselves or
Or there's like black and white airplane crashes.
How long is Spaceballs?
let's see. I'm gonna go with
I'm
I'm gonna go with 87 minutes.
I'm gonna go with 92 minutes.
I'm gonna go
Alright.
88.
Oh,
I don't care because I've already made my decision. Spaceballs.
all right. And the survey says it
It is
is
96
96 minutes.
I said 92.
I said 87.
And the Airplane was 88. Is that what it was?
Let's
89.
see. Yeah, Airplane was
Baseball, you just get a little bit more. Plus, You get no, that's History of the World Part 1. I was gonna say at the end you get all those trailers for more movies, but never mind. Those are
for me.
Okay, all right. Let me. So, I'm gonna try to do this to convince Jeremy one way or another. So at the end of both of them, because you brought up the ending for Spaceballs. So the ending of Spaceballs is
the apes.
It is the Planet of the Apes. Okay, the end of Airplane is
the autopilot. That's a better ending. The autopilot gets his wife and they fly away together.
But you have Spaceballs.
Just kidding.
Spaceballs.
This is a bad week to.
I
quoted that the other day. I was like, it's a bad week to quit sniffing glue. Oh gosh. Well, the funny thing is I was all in on one, and now I'm actually wondering.
I don't know what it is, but the comedy of Spaceballs hits me in a funny, nostalgic, great way, and I gotta lean towards Spaceballs.
Okay.
The one thing I will say about Airplane, it goes against it, is the fact that it's 7 years earlier than Spaceballs, and that shows for sure.
Yeah.
This is the most rewatchable Star Wars movie for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can this be an honorary Star Wars movie? Because then this
really is.
Then this will be my number one.
If we ever do a Star Wars rewatchable bracket, this is going on the list.
Well, and here's my point: if Airplane is so rewatchable, how come I haven't even seen it?
I don't know.
There's
That's a
a
good
lot of
question.
movies that you should have watched that you haven't. So
There is, but it's also the 80s, and so
let's see.
Yeah,
All right,
I don't know.
I'm gonna again try to tool my way into this. So Jeremy,
Also, Airplane, there is a scene where somebody just randomly jumps out. There's that.
When I bought that on DVD
They had
and
enough.
saw that for the first time, I'm like, I don't ever recall this being a thing.
You don't recall that? Dad tells that story all the time about you.
Oh no, I thought it was the one from the second one where they're walking through the security cameras.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I thought it was number one because Dad keeps telling the story
Oh.
like that. You kept rewinding it.
Oh.
Like, everybody look.
Yeah, nobody was looking except for me.
You know what? The lulls in Airplane are the in the hospital.
Yes.
Those are the major lulls.
Okay, but also I want to. So you said the ending. I want you to think of both the beginnings. So the beginning is a long, drawn out space,
which is
that
so
just-
funny because it
that-
keeps going.
It just keeps going. However, the beginning of Airplane is
Fighting with those
the white zone.
Yeah, well, the white zone, leaving the governor of California in the taxi, I
Uh-huh.
believe, and then going in and fighting what are they, Hare Krishnas?
Uh-huh.
Do you think the beginning of Spaceballs with the long extended view of the ship, do you think that's a nod at Star Trek? Showing the ship?
What?
I don't know.
I think it's more of like the intro of Star Wars,
Yeah,
and
'cause
how it's
it-
just like so long.
because
and
the introduction to what is it? A New Hope. That's kind of how everything kind of goes
Yeah.
down before. And I think they just decided to take that and just
Extend it.
extend
Yes.
it. Uh-huh.
I just figured like Star Trek, they showed the outside of that stupid ship in what felt like an hour.
I tell you, in Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan, the one that should have moved on last week but didn't, and I really wanted to.
My memory sucks because I can't remember last week. You
but
guys
the-
apparently remember everything.
But I'll tell you, when they turned on all the lights on Star Trek 2 to the Enterprise, that was spine chilling right there.
I know what scene you're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna vote, and I started this planning on voting for the other,
Ooh.
and so I switched.
Ooh.
Oh.
This may surprise you which one I'm going for
You're
now.
gonna go
Airplane.
Spaceballs.
I'm going for Airplane.
Oh.
I started off with I was going to go Spaceballs,
Balls.
but as we relived both movies, I wanted to watch Airplane.
All right. And I believe Taylor went for
Spaceballs.
oh
Yep.
yeah, Spaceballs is way better.
Spaceballs.
When you're living in a bubble and you haven't got a pizza to go. I'm the bearded lady.
This-
Who are you? One of the freaks.
This could be honestly the finals.
Mhm.
Honestly, if the bracket was created by ChatGPT differently.
I like that the in Spaceballs the canceling the self-destruct was out of order.
Even in the future, nothing
Just
works.
kidding. Was it
5,
what happened to
4, or yeah, it's like 6,
Have a nice day.
7.
Thank you.
They're like, what happened to 5?
What happened? Just
kidding.
And doesn't a bear get in the
Yes.
in the escape
And the bearded
pod before?
woman too.
Because it's they
And the
canceled
drummer.
the pre-ring circus.
So good.
All right.
Good.
And it has, was it Mahomes or whatever his name is in it too? Boop. He's got the boop.
Oh yeah, the guy from
Police
Police
Academy.
Academy.
All right, Tim, what are you doing?
I'm going Spaceballs.
All right.
Ooh.
We're gonna have to turn this over to Chat GPT because I'm going airplane.
I think we're gonna have to ask multiple.
Okay. If you want to ask Copilot, Brett, go ahead and ask
All right.
Copilot. If somebody
Let's-
wants to ask Gemini, I
I'll
mean, I
ask
could copy.
Gemini.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
And you get to entertain the crowd, Tim.
What
So
is-
let's talk more about Spaceballs and why it's going to win.
No,
Oh,
it's not.
yeah. Okay.
No, Spaceballs. I mean, I love Spaceballs. I love it.
Honestly, I would love to see a Spaceballs reboot, or not a reboot, a sequel, and like do a play on all the Star Wars that have just come from anything past that. Like that would be so fun to watch. And it'd be a great Rick Moranis return.
Oh, it would be. I would love it to have Rick Moranis. The only problem is Mel Brooks is way too old to
Yeah.
reprise either of his. I feel like.
And that's okay, but he can be an executive producer and run the
Mhm.
whole thing. Who would be recast as John Candy?
Gosh.
He's got, you can't get rid of the
but,
Mog.
but like maybe a brother, like a brother of like of the Mog of what's his name? What is his name? What's his name on the show in the movie?
Who? John Candy?
John Candy's. Yeah. What was it?
I don't know.
John Candy had a brother on his
No. What's the name of his characters?
Barf.
Barf. That's right. Barf. So Barf has a brother,
Barf has a brother.
or a kid.
The offspring of Barf.
Yeah. Offspring of Barf.
Barf Spring.
Puke.
Okay.
He didn't know I existed. He left before I. All right.
All right.
Have you guys all?
Yeah, I asked Copilot.
Okay. Me too.
And the results are
So Copilot said, because it was giving me the whole, if you like this, and then
Yeah.
so if you had to choose one, which would it be? And it says, if I had to choose one, I'd go with Airplane. The sheer volume of jokes packed into every minute makes it endlessly entertaining. You can watch it multiple times and still find new gags and puns, which me and Jeremy have constantly said, and you might have missed in previous viewings. Plus, it blends the slapstick wordplay and absurd sense of humor, sets it apart above the timeless comedy classics. But that's just me. Both movies are fantastic on their own right.
so they both move on.
What did Gemini decide?
Gemini decided airplane,
Oh,
ChatGPT decided airplane,
which is stupid.
which I love at
sweet.
the end. It says gun to head airplane and don't call me Shirley.
Part of me just died seeing Spaceballs go down, but I also like Airplane.
Oh,
All right.
it didn't just go down. Like, all three AIs.
They're like,
They're all programmed by the same.
I'm
Idiots.
surprised.
okay, now we're gonna do
And now I hate like the rest of these.
the final four.
Okay.
This bracket sucks.
Ooh, National
Christmas-
Lampoon Christmas Vacation or
I'm
Airplane.
going Christmas Vacation because I hope Airplane dies a horrible death on this.
You're just sad because you haven't seen it yet.
I'm never going to
And
watch
you're gonna
it because
die.
of this.
You're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out on all the joy because
Baseballs deserve to go on.
or you're gonna watch it one night and not even tell us. Be like, it
Now-
was good. It was really good.
There's the only lull I can think of in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is
The attic.
the attic.
Mhm.
Yep.
Everything else is so great. Like
Mhm.
I don't even know how I would make that better. Like even if you took out that part in Christmas Vacation, the lull, I think it would be even better.
I like that all of the footage of all the outtakes or whatever have been like cut and burned and don't exist. So we can never get like the whole,
They really did that.
Yeah, 'cause-
Why?
why? Because they didn't think it'd be important. So, because like that movie is so like if you watch some of these YouTubers who've done a deep dive into Christmas Vacation, there's instances and situations that don't make sense if you really think about them, but you're just enjoying it so much that it's okay that it doesn't make sense because it was from a gag that didn't land, and it was from a part of the movie that went too long that they just decided to just cut out, and they just burned it. And so there you have these like, you know, YouTubers that want to know what the original
Gag was.
gag or the preview was before they pulled it off and then recut it.
Here's my question.
Mhm.
Would it change for those if you are going Christmas Vacation? If it was Christmas Vacation versus Spaceballs, which one would you have picked?
So if it was Airplane,
I would have
so
gotten up and left.
if it was if it was Christmas Vacation and Spaceballs, I would actually do Christmas Vacation. Right now, I am all in on Airplane.
On both of those scenarios, Airplane or Spaceballs going against Christmas Vacation, I'm still both struggling. So I don't have the answer yet. I will work for it.
Yeah, I rewatched Christmas Vacation.
Yeah,
a
and
lot,
that's
so
my
that's
argument.
why
I
I'm
haven't
going.
seen Airplane surprisingly in a long time for how good of a movie it is.
And you always make time for Christmas
Mhm.
Vacation. It doesn't matter how busy your schedule is, you make time for it because
Yes, absolutely.
every Christmas that is like the number one.
And that's the sad thing is like, I just don't think the people I surround myself with like Airplane as much as I do. Like my wife doesn't like it. Once I told her it was a spoof, she's like, "Oh, okay, that makes it a little bit better." Oh gosh, I hate doing this to either one of them. I'm gonna. Can you guys go? Can you guys pick?
When I'm thinking about it, just I know both of them are very quotable, but I think I lean more quotability towards Christmas Vacation, and I think it's just hitting harder as an adult
Mhm.
every single year I watch it, and it becoming more and more relatable. Like, and almost, I don't know if you guys do this, but every year, like I'm like, hey, I relate a lot to Uncle Lewis, you know, because I'm becoming more cranky, or there are times where you're thinking you're Chevy Chase and you're just wanting to have the perfect Christmas and do all these things. It's so relatable, and that character kind of speaks his mind.
Yeah.
Which is really
FYI,
funny.
I asked Copilot and it hasn't made a decision.
You broke Copilot. That's awesome.
Yeah, and sometimes and to go along with yours, and sometimes you're the little cousin with the lip fungus.
You know what? And the one thing that's really great about Christmas Vacation is Randy Quaid.
Oh man,
I like Randy Quaid.
I
so
like
much.
the balance in there. The balance
Yeah.
of characters. They're not all the same. They all have their own quirks. I'm going Christmas Vacation.
Oh, I already marked you down because I thought you already went for it.
Well, it's official now.
And we've only been talking about Christmas Vacation, so ooh,
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that Airplane's not bad.
it's
No.
terrible. It's the worst movie ever.
No.
Just
It's
kidding.
great.
I'm sure.
The
it's-
hard time is
okay.
the funny thing is sometimes I have a hard time differentiating between what happened in Airplane 1 and Airplane 2.
Yeah. And this would be a completely different discussion, and I'd be ripping my hair out if it was Spaceballs versus Christmas Vacation.
Oh, I totally would be as well.
And I don't know if I could make a decision, but with this, like I like both movies a lot, but I lean a little bit more towards Christmas Vacation.
See, and I'm wondering with me, this is just a me thing, that if I overwatched Airplane too much as a youth, like, because that's why I haven't watched it so much in my older years. I mean, when's the last time, Brett, did you watch Airplane?
About a year ago.
Oh, okay. And the last time you watched Christmas Vacation?
Last Christmas.
Yeah. So me, I've watched Christmas Vacation numerous times over the past decade.
If
two
I was
decades.
if I was stuck watching this one of these two movies over and over again, Christmas Vacation would be it.
Brett, what are you thinking? I think you're going Airplane.
I'm going Airplane.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
It's my favorite movie of all time.
It is one of the greatest movies of all time.
It's
I'm
my,
not gonna
it's
lie.
my Desert Island movie.
But if it's rewatchable, like versus Christmas Vacation, they both are just great. There's one thing that's going to put one over the edge over the other, and that is the recency of it, and it's Christmas Vacation. Just
It's tough.
being 9 years.
I don't think there's
Newer.
a wrong answer here.
No. Even though
there
Copilot
is.
finally agreed, and it was Airplane.
Yeah, I kind of figured if I asked ChatGPT, it would say Airplane. Okay, let's go back over to our other bracket here.
Oh, right.
Giggity.
All right. So did it not save that? Because I will be sad about that. Okay. No, it
Oh.
did not save it. Okay, but we know what it was. Okay. That's weird. I hit save. But all right. Part 1. 80s. Does anybody see? Okay, it's at the top.
Oh, we did TV series before this?
Yeah.
What won that one?
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you were here to help me. I tried to get that.
Seinfeld? Oh, we have to redo this. Seinfeld is not the most rewatchable TV show of all time. I'm sorry.
I had these two constantly against me on that show.
Boom.
Oh, Seinfeld does not age well.
Doom.
Okay, Empire Strikes
Oh.
Back versus Die Hard.
Empire.
No.
Empire.
Really? Empire?
Yes.
I'm going Die Hard. Obviously, I was going Die Hard. If I voted for Empire Strikes Back, I think that'd surprise everybody.
And we're doing part 2 of the TV shows. I am so upset right now.
Yeah, I'll pull this up after, and you can look at to see where everything went. But yeah,
I should add my votes to it and see if we have to redraft.
Now Timmy, it comes down to you because
Die Hard.
yes, except I know that
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
You're not going to get AI on.
I
your
like
side.
both movies a lot, but I think I just watched The Empire Strikes Back, and if I had to compare it to Die Hard, I think Empire is the better movie. Rewatchability might be a little bit more towards Die Hard.
Oh.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yes. Copilot agrees.
I love the yippee-ki-yay rebel scum.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. I like both.
I am mad about it.
Just get. Up
I
and
am
walk
voting
away.
for the other one. So the other one, it says Empire Strikes Back versus Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation. Boom.
Time to
for
go
me.
poop a pizza.
I do not want. It took me a moment to get. I was like, what are you talking about?
It should be
Empire Strikes Back is not more rewatchable than.
I'm going Christmas Vacation.
Ooh, it's two Christmas. Empire Strikes Back or Christmas. I don't think Brett can do Empire.
Wait,
look at you can't. I know you, and you cannot say Empire Strikes Back.
See, this one it was the case of what have I seen more of, and it's Christmas Vacation. I quote it more.
I would be surprised if you could say the Empire Strikes Back.
I have to go Christmas Vacation because Dagobah is just a lull.
I'm going Christmas Vacation too.
It's a clean sweep for the finale. Woo!
Yay.
Most rewatchable 80s movie is
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. The crowd goes wild. Now, let's see.
Should have been
Now,
Spaceballs.
if anybody did Die Hard versus Christmas Vacation, I know you haven't seen Die Hard,
Christmas
Taylor,
Vacation.
right?
Christmas
It would be
Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
You would be still the same thing. I could say Die Hard for that one. It would be hard. I would have to think about that one much
That's
longer.
tough.
All righty. Well, congratulations to us. We did it.
Good job, everyone, and you're welcome, America and the world.
America. Yeah, Chevy Chase, you used to have it. Now you don't.
Now you're a jerk.
I couldn't believe he showed up for, I thought he was banned, I think, from SNL, right?
Uh-huh.
But he was there at the 50-year celebration.
Interesting.
I didn't see him until the very end when they were saying their goodbyes. But
Okay, and then on next week we will be redoing
the TV series. Yeah.
Yeah, you should look at that bracket.
I fought that one tooth and nail against Seinfeld because Seinfeld is not rewatchable.
I can't remember what Seinfeld went up against though.
Probably Friends.
No.
Just kidding.
Was it Big Bang Theory? I don't remember.
I don't know. I can.
If it was up against Big Bang Theory all the way.
Let's.
Oh,
I don't
all
want to
right.
give any teasers out to our listeners because they need to go listen.
Yeah. All right. So, one good recommendation?
Yep.
All right. I have one that I just barely finished watching that I strongly recommend. It actually, I will tell you, if you watch the trailer for it, you can almost kind of scrub 40 minutes into the movie, but you probably shouldn't so that you can actually, get to know and care about the characters. But it is Apple Plus's The Gorge.
The Gorge. I've never heard of that one.
It is a fantastic. The best way I could describe it is all of the joy that you were hoping for with The Last of Us, with these insane creature attacks, gets paid off in this Apple Plus movie, The Gorge. It is a really good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of those where, it's mad scientist during World War II, evil corporation, blah, blah, blah. Two people sworn to unknowingly just watch a situation. And then they start investigating because, well, the movie has to happen according to Pitch Meeting Guy. I will tell you, I think the next movie that Pitch Meeting Guy does will be The Gorge, because the first part of it is just like, why would I don't know about you, Tim, but whenever I watch something, I'm just like, this is going to be a pitch meeting thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of sounds like Resident Evil.
That's what I was thinking with the corporation stuff.
I will watch it. That sounds good.
My recommendation is I found something to help suppress or not like consume soda all the time. And it is one of those, like, there's all these drink water enhancers out there. It's called Bobello. It's actually born here in Utah. And it naturally fizzes itself. So it's not one of those things that like you pour in and automatically fizzes. It has a chemical reaction, kind of carbonates itself just a little bit. It is a super annoying to put in a
hydro flask.
Hydro flask, depending if you have a straw. If you have a straw, every time you open that thing, it'll skyrocket out because it's constantly carbonating itself. Now that doesn't mean it has the carbonation value of the soda itself, but it does have carbonation in it. It does tasty, and I would recommend. There's a berry one, and I don't remember its exact name, but I think it's called Mixed Berry. It is perfect. It is wonderful. So recommend it.
Does it taste overly sugary?
No, because there's no sugar in it. There's stevia in it, which is I'm grateful for because my tummy does not like artificial sweeteners. So it's zero sugar and with stevia in it.
Okay.
And it's only like 10 calories, and it's all wholesome stuff.
I'll have to look into that.
Does it give a weird aftertaste, like after you drink it?
No.
Because I feel like with stevia and some of the like other things, you get a long lasting like after flavor.
Yeah, there's no
Maybe that's
weird
just me.
mouthfeel or anything with it, I feel like.
Wouldn't that be a good thing? Because then you don't drink as much.
Well, I want to drink because I want this to be great because it's super healthy and I could just down it and stay away from my lovely soda that I'm in love with and want to marry and have kids with.
I know. Like, I had a Mountain Dew. I can't give up Mountain Dew. Like, why?
Yep.
Why? Like, I want to, but I can't.
Yep. I'm enslaved to it. I know. It owns me. If it was,
I think
I would
quitting
be
heroin would be easier than quitting Mountain Dew for me.
I've always likened myself to Fry from Futurama when he saw how Slurm was made and he kept drinking it. I would be the exact same way. Be like, ew, gross.
Yeah, exactly. I recommend myself to quit Mountain Dew, but it probably won't happen.
No, I've fought that battle forever.
Okay, well, my recommendation this week is I was going to recommend watching the SNL 50 anniversary special. I started it. I'm halfway through it. And it's been just kind of fun to just revisit a lot of old characters and see a lot of the old cast members and see how many people were just influenced the show.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I think if anything, the most fun, because I finished it just the other day, the most entertaining thing is just seeing who showed up for it. Because they had like a red carpet to see it. And then like, so there's not only people who are in the show, like they're called up and doing old characters, but there's also people in the audience that you're like, I know all those actors. Like those are all famous people.
Oh, wow.
So, oh, wow. But I mean, I would say there wasn't like a true wonderful, probably, I don't know, one of my favorite things. Have you gotten to the Weekend Update?
Yeah, with Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill Murray. That was probably one of my more favorite
That was
things.
fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, I need to watch it. I'm going to recommend myself to watch that too.
Also, if you want to see the fourth best Captain America movie, watch Brave New World.
I kind of figured it was going to be.
I thought the fourth best one was Avengers.
No,
Oh.
because it's the titled.
Oh, titled.
So
Yeah.
what's number one?
Number one, the Civil
Civil
War.
War. That's
Number
what I
two is
figured.
Winter Soldier. Number three, the original Captain America, the first Avenger, and then this one is number 4, Brave New World. And
was that in the SNL 50 sketch with the Weekend Update where the drunk uncle comes on and he talks about Cap 4 and he's like, "That's not my cap."
Yeah, that's not my cap. I love.
He starts crying.
I did like that part.
I wholeheartedly agree with your rankings.
Yep, I agree too. That I would mark that with my stamp of approval right there. Even though I haven't seen Brave New Worlds, I got offered to go, and then funny enough, I asked my wife. My wife was right there. She's like, somebody says, "Hey, I have a ticket. Can you go?" And I'm like, "Can I go?" She's like, "Yeah." And then we realized a day later, oh, that's our anniversary.
oh,
So I was like, "I'm sorry." And then it was a horrible snow day too.
oh wow. That was your anniversary?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Well, see ya.
Get out of here.